So I'm in New Haven, Connecticut today, outside of Yale University. But what's more interesting than that is the building behind me. That's the Center Church on the Green. It was built in 1812, directly on top of an existing cemetery. So I'm going to take you down into the basement, down into the crypt, and show you the original tombstones down there. You're going to be amazed at what it looks like and who's buried there. Check this out. So they're not even sure how many people are actually buried down here. They know of 137 identified remains, but there could be up to 1,000 unidentified remains in this building, or in this crypt. So when they built this church in 1812 to 1814, they built it directly over this cemetery. So none of these tombstones, none of these burial sites were interrupted. None of them were moved. Everything is in its original position. Pretty interesting. So this is the stone of Sarah Throwbridge. This is the oldest stone down here, 1687, which makes it 330 years old. Pretty interesting. So Margaret Arnold is the wife of Benedict Arnold, who was the Revolutionary War general. So she's buried here. So some other notable people who are buried here are some family members to Rutherford B. Hayes. They're also buried in this crypt. Very interesting. Some of these gravestones, despite being hundreds of years old, are still as perfect and sharp as they were when they were first made. That's how well they've been preserved. However, due to weathering and moisture, some of them are almost completely erased. This one you can only make out a partial lettering. So over the years and over the decades, they discovered that they had a pretty serious problem with moisture down here. At one time, this was a concrete floor, and they realized that the moisture couldn't escape, so it was destroying the bottoms of a lot of these original gravestones. So they ripped all the cement up, and they put in this brick layer, and that helps the moisture escape and helps air get in there and dry the stones out. This is an example of how bad the moisture is to these original stones. It's pretty much completely deteriorated. You can't even read it anymore. You can see the moisture works its way up and absorbs right into the stone. Pretty incredible. Many of the people who were buried here were children because New Haven had no hospital back then. So they had no way to take care of diseases that were rampant. And so there's a lot of children that are buried here, months old, a few years old. Sad, but interesting. So Martha Newton was the last person to be buried in this crypt in 1812, which means she passed away at 83 when they were still building or had just started building this church. Well, this place is truly unique and absolutely amazing to see, and I hope you thought so too. So make sure you guys follow me along on my journey. I travel all over the country, checking out amazing places like here, and I'll see you on my next adventure.